Sing for me, Beckie Johnz. What do you want to say? Welcome to my session. This is my studio, as you know it. Beckie Johnz.
Hi everyone, my name is Titmar John, and today I'll be having a chat with one of the most talented South Sudanese, Melbourne's own Beckie Johnz.
Yes.
So let's get to know her and why she's a musician. So let's get to know her.
Yeah.
Hi,
Titmar John, and this is Beckie Johnz. I like that name, by the way.
Yes, I'm glad you do.
Actually, my actual dad name is John, but I just put a Z there to make it very unique. Not to say that my dad is not unique.
Yeah, sure. So we'll talk about why your music name is Beckie Johnz later on.
Okay.
You're from Melbourne.
Yes.
Talk to me about Melbourne. Why do you love Melbourne or dislike Melbourne?
Actually, I'm not from Melbourne. Actually, originally from Sydney. Then I moved to Perth, and then now I'm settled in Melbourne.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I guess you settled in Melbourne because Melbourne is a place to be, as they call it?
No, yeah, we can say that, but I feel like Melbourne is just so multicultural.
Yeah.
And there's so much opportunities here than the places I've been before.
Sure.
Like when I'm speaking in Australia.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of South Sudanese in Melbourne compared to other states.
Yes.
You were born in Ethiopia, raised in Kenya, and came to Australia when you were 15.
Yes.
Talk to me about your childhood. What was that like?
So to be particular, I grew up in Kakuma. Have you ever heard of Kakuma?
Yes.
That's a refugee camp. Everyone knows.
Yep, a lot of South Sudanese grew up there.
As you know. Yeah. So I went to school in Nairobi though, but over the Christmas time I went to Kakuma and just did Christmas Day. Stayed for like maybe a few months and then come back to Nairobi. So like all my music journey began in Kakuma.
Okay.
Because I used, like growing up in Kakuma, you would know. I don't know. Did you grow up in Kakuma?
No, I came through Egypt.
Oh, so you're not a Kenyawi. That's what they would say. No, you're not.
Kenyawi.
No. Oh, okay. So if anybody that grew up in Kakuma will know that if you were in Kakuma, everybody went to church. Every single person I know went to church.
Yeah.
And so my music background began in church, in a choir. I used to be in this dance group called Hallelujah. They used to call Hallelujah dances. Yeah. So there's young girls, dancing and singing, choir and all that stuff. So that's when my love of music began before I came to Australia. Yeah. Yeah.
So in the choir, which is very common with a lot of
musicians. Yeah.
Yeah, in general.
Yeah.
And so what inspired you to become a musician?
I've always wanted to sing. I've always loved to sing. I just didn't know I was talented. I thought everyone sang. I came to learn that I was talented. My music teacher told me that I was talented. Before my music teacher told me I was talented, my high school best friend told me that we would like in high school here in Sydney, we'd be on a recess and just sing. And I could hear her voice, and her voice sounded just so nice. And I didn't think she thought the same about my voice. And then one time we just, the recess break went off. We went going to class, and she said, "Hey, do you want to do music class together, like next year?" So that was like the next grade. Yeah. Like grade 11. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. She said, "You can sing. You're so good." I'm like, "Really?" I thought everyone knew how to sing. And so we went to class. We went and saw. My music teacher, still remember his name until this day, Mr. Vieira. So when he's like, "Oh, so you want to do music class next year?" Yeah. Okay, sing something to me. And then I said, "Oh, you are so talented. You have got a unique voice." I'm like, "Oh." That's the first time I heard what it means to be talented. So, growing up, I knew that I could sing. I knew everyone could sing, but I just didn't know I was talented. There was something extra about me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's when I realized, I want to do this. I think I could pursue this, but my family weren't about it. My mom especially was not about it.
So you were singing in high school?
Yeah.
That's how your friends heard you sing?
Well, I sang when I was in primary school. I was in Kenya school. In Kenya, Nairobi, we used to do like music competition.
Yeah.
So like we would go home and learn the lyrics on TV, TV channels and all that. Yeah. And then we'd go home to school and then we practice and then we compete against class. And then, so.
That's how you got into
That's how I got into music.
So in Australia, when did you start singing professionally and making, like concerts and stuff
So,
like that?
no, I haven't done a concert yet.
Mm.
But I remember me and my sister did sing in one of our family friend wedding. The first time I ever performed was at a wedding.
Mm.
And it was a song that we both wrote when we were like 15. I think she was 14 or 15. I don't remember the age. But we wrote a song, like it was her first song actually. And yeah, that's the first time I actually sang in front of people.
Yeah.
Beside, apart from being at school, but like community.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the first time I performed, and I realized that I actually would love to do this. Yeah.
You realize your own talent.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what, I think I could be very comfortable here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
And it's going to take a long time to convince my family, but I'll get there eventually.
So how many songs do you have so far?
I have...
albums?
So my first EP was released last year. I forgot that. I forgot. Sorry, guys. I forgot the date, but I remember mid last year is when I released my first EP, and then I put out my first song ever, which is "Hold You" video, released it to the world, 2019. 2019 December. It's the first time I released my first song ever. But
like
now
your first solo.
My first solo song.
I've heard your Hallelujah music.
Oh, that was not my first song. Sorry, guys. Let's get back. So, like my first featured song was me on a song with Titmar.
Titmar, yeah.
Hallelujah, which was actually back home.
I love that song.
People love that song.
Yeah.
I feel like that song opened ways for me.
That's when I heard about you first, and I was like, oh my god, why doesn't she sing?
And if you know,
like I've heard about you before, but until that song, and you know how talented Titmar.
Do you understand what it means? The song?
Yeah.
The song, when I think about the lyrics that I sang on that song, literally almost gives me tears every time because I feel like that's what opened doors for me.
It is emotional.
You know, it's like I was asking God for something and then everything just opened for me. I'm like, oh my God, this is what I meant in that song. You don't know until later on.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a song, and then I had a song with Nietzsche with Beckie Johnz.
Yeah. So how did that collaboration came about? You and Titmar?
So Titmar
called you just perfect, like that song, everything about it.
To be honest, everything just fell into place. So
did he approach you?
Yeah, he called me that day. It was actually on a Sunday. No, it was actually on a Friday. He called me and he's like, hey, I want you to come and listen to this song. I would love for you to jump on it. I'm like, oh, no problem. I'm just finishing work right now. After I finish work, I'll come to you. Then I went straight after work. I went to him. And then I wasn't supposed to record my vocals then. I was just supposed to hear it. Then I listened to it. And I'm like, oh my God, let me jump on a little bit. Let me just, do some backup on it. And I just went on. And it's like, oh my God, it sounds so good. Let's continue. We just literally finished the song the same day, and the following week we shot the video.
Wow.
That's how it came.
That's when two talented musicians work, right?
It just comes, everything just goes into place.
Yeah, I can talk about the song all and on. I can go on and on about it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to music and when you started your journey in music, what challenges did you face as an artist as well as a female artist?
Well, that's another thing, being a female artist. That's a lot. So like I had a lot of challenges being a female artist, and I think the fact that I was upcoming, people thought I didn't know what I wanted. Because I just felt like they wanted to use me being a female for me to get what I want. I had to do something.
And that's very common in
the whole
entertainment
everywhere.
Right?
But then I just feel like those are the challenges that I faced. But I also feel like as a female artist, and just not being just a female artist, as a black female artist, South Sudanese at that, I literally had to know what I wanted. I knew what I wanted, and I wasn't doing it for free. I wasn't letting this person do it for free, so then they have no choice. I would come and tell them, listen, this is what I want. This is the money you need, and I'm going to give it to you. So even with that, even me giving the money, they still feel like they needed more. And I wasn't having it.
Yeah.
Because I'm a very strong individual. Like, character, do not play with me.
You do appear like
no,
that.
I don't.
You
so
can
either you give me that or I walk out. So at the end of the day, I just feel like it comes down to how serious that person is of their work and what they're willing to give.
Yeah.
Like with money exchange, it's not, nobody wants you to do it for free here.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm working. I'm not here to ask you to do it for free. So why do you feel the need you can ask me something that you're not even supposed to ask? So yeah, no.
I agree with you. You do have to, as a black woman, you do have to know what you want and go for it, and don't let people take advantage of you.
Yeah.
So when Beckie Johnz, okay, let's talk about the name. Why Beckie Johnz?
So I don't.
So it's not your real name.
It's my real name.
Beckie's your real name.
I can't believe Titmar John asked me this. Oh my God. So.
No, I'm asking because it's not a South Sudanese Dinka name.
So growing up, so Beckie, in my class there were so many Rebeccas, and so like every single person had to like change. So I'm asking, just call me Beckie, and everyone else just remain as Rebecca.
Okay.
So it's Rebecca, and I don't even know why my parents named me that. But
Rebecca is a Christian name.
yes, yeah, but I don't like it.
So what's your real name?
So my real name is Nyanechuk Miyar Mayik.
Okay. Nyanechuk.
Nyanechuk, not Chuk, Nyanechuk.
Nyanechuk.
Miyar. Okay. That's my real name, and that's the first time somebody have asked me. Actually, not the first time. First time actually admitting and saying my name, because I'm like, why ask my real name? You don't understand it.
I was curious. I knew I would get an interesting name, a different name to Beckie.
No. So John is actually my dad's name, and I just put a Z on it to just be discreet a little bit.
Different.
Yeah, different.
John is very common.
So I said Johnz, Beckie Johnz.
So when Beckie Johnz is not making music, or you've mentioned that you're off of this chat or interview, you've mentioned that you used to be a nurse or a nurse assistant.
Nurse assistant.
So is that
I was studying nursing,
and
I was gonna become a nurse, so I dropped out of that, and I don't want to be a nurse anymore.
Yeah. So when you are not, let's say, working or pursuing a serious, not to say music is not a serious career, but you know what I mean? When you're not making music or not working, what do you do in your free time? So what are your hobbies?
Oh my God. This is like, sorry guys, but I do watch a lot of Housewives. I watch a lot of reality TV.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I need to relate. I want to watch something I can relate to. And I watch movies. Actually, not movies. I watch a lot of shows. I really, I can't. You can't find me sit down and watch a movie and complete it. I won't finish a movie. Yeah, I like something that I can relate, like love and hip hop, to do something to do with music and all that stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I spend time with my kids. I write a lot in my diary. And you won't find my diary because it's hidden. Yeah.
So you watch a lot of reality TV. What about the community? Are you?
No, that's bad. No, I'm not involved a lot in it. As much as I would want to, I don't think I have the time for it. But I know in the near future, I want to be involved more in the community, because I just feel like I'm at a stage in my life where I want to give back into my community. So hopefully, inshallah soon, that I will have the time for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
I'll make time for it, actually.
Yeah. So you've collaborated with, to my knowledge, with Sunny Man. Who else did you collaborate with?
So aside from South Sudanese, so I've collaborated with Sunny Man, AMAC, Ali Joma, Kim Swag, South Sudanese artist, Abi Dizo. These are like, I think 6 South Sudanese artists. I've enjoyed every single collaboration with them. I cannot really say who's my favorite, but I can only say which song I love the most. But I'm not to say I don't love all the artists. I'm just talking about this song in particular, okay? So my favorite song, my favorite song is Achik with Ali Joma. I don't know if you heard it.
Yeah.
My second, you know what? No, all of them are my favorite.
You're nearly
all of them are my favorite. I love all of them because I had different stories and different there's just a different special time.
Yeah.
When I was, in my life when I was recording those songs, that every single song I relate to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously because I was writing the lyrics, so I had to relate to them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lijoma is very talented.
Oh, he's so talented.
Thanks everyone for joining us. We're going for a quick break and we'll be back for more with Beckie Johnz. Welcome back. I'm glad you're here.
Yes.
So talk to us about your music. What do you listen to? What's on your playlist?
Oh my God, I love that. I've actually never been asked that, what I listen to. It's so funny.
Hopefully not your own music.
No. The thing is, I don't really listen to my own music. The only time I listen to a lot of my music is when it's in when I'm trying to criticize what I need to change, is when I listen a lot about my music.
Yeah.
But other than that, I actually listen. I'm so interested in other people's work because I feel like if I listen, let's say, to Lijoma, I don't listen to him because I know, because it's obvious everybody knows he has a good voice.
Yeah.
But I listen to him because I want to know how he structures his lyrics. So that's the only time I listen to an artist. I have a very, this is weird. Maybe, I don't know if artists do this, but for me, I have a day where I listen to one person the whole time. The whole time, the whole day, let's say from 7 a.m. in the morning, if I start my day 7 a.m. in the morning, I listen to that person this whole day.
I do that sometimes. Yeah.
See, not me only. Yeah. So I thought it was weird, but I'm, okay, weird is not bad, relax.
You're being yourself, and that's what's important, right?
So I would listen to Lijoma for a structure of his lyrics, and
for inspiration. To inspire you for the next song, maybe.
Oh my God! Okay, if I listen to an English, let's say English music, maybe mainstream, I would listen to Tyrese. That's a male. I know that's weird.
Artist, yeah.
No, that's a R&B artist.
Okay.
You know Tyrese?
Yeah, I know.
Do you know your music, Titmar?
Do I know my music? That's a good question.
Okay. So I listen to Titmar Braxton. I love her music. This is what I'm talking about, mainstream artists, one an English singing artist. When it comes to African artists, I listen to a lot of Tiwa Savage. I listen to Simi. Do you know who Simi is?
I'm not familiar with Simi.
Oh, okay. Simi is a West African. She's popular at the moment, but she's really, really, really good.
Yeah.
I listen to Zushi. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Forgive me if I pronounce it wrong.
I'm not familiar with
but
that
it's
too.
Zushi.
Yeah.
So, okay. So,
but why do you listen to them? Why those?
Because they inspire me. Okay. I feel like every single song that I produced or I composed will be about, it's not so much about them, but it's about me. But I feel like it just inspired me to write a song about it. Because we don't listen to artists because we think they're good. I don't listen to artists because I think they're great. Because obviously they're great. That's why they're in my playlist. Yeah. I listen to them just to inspire me and to do more music. When I need to.
So do you write your own songs?
Yes, I do write my own song, but also I am open to singing other people's songs because I want to be able to be versatile to that extent where I can actually sing. Because not every artist will sing other people's songs.
Like do a remix?
Yeah. No.
Like sing the same song, but
not a lot of artists, just not a lot of singers write. People actually mistake that. People think if you can sing, you can write. Not everyone that can sing can write. But I've always written since I was little. I used to write poems and all that stuff, so that makes it easy for me to write my own song. Okay, so I'm open to people writing for me, so I can sing their work. But it's my song, but it's their work. It's their lyrics. There's a lot of artists. There are a lot of people that are artists. Not to say not singing, but because artists is actually very broad. Yeah. People that can draw, people that can write poems, all as an artist. So, So
Beckie Johnz, do you have beef with the South Sudanese?
Oh my God.
A lot of it's very common for artists.
No.
Not
that I know of. I don't have a beef with anyone.
That's good.
But they might be having a beef with me. I don't know why, but I don't have a beef with them. I don't have a beef with anyone.
As long as it's not out there, then. Yeah.
But I do also get people coming to me and telling me things about other artists talking about me. Yeah. I'm like, but it could just be a he say, she say. Yeah, it might not be true. But it is common. You're right. It is common. Yeah. Artists do have beef with other artists.
Okay, so there are a lot of South Sudanese upcoming artists, a lot like back home in Melbourne.
Yeah.
What advice do you have for them now they're just starting their music journey? What advice can you give them?
That if you see a vision, you know how clear it is to yourself, you go for it. That's exactly what I did. I didn't have a noise in my side. Like I literally decided to just shut the noises out, and I just went for the goal that I wanted to reach. That's it. And I swear to God, that's the only thing you can do, the best thing you can do for yourself. Because at the end of the day, whether there's someone that's not supporting you, at the end of the day, if you know what you're doing is right, it's not harming anyone, they will support you regardless. Yeah. That's the only.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's for South Sudanese in general.
Yeah.
Define Beckie in 3 words.
Oh my God. Modest. I know modest. Modest. I'm humble, and I'm a very shy person.
I can testify to the humble. I don't know what shy is.
I'm actually so shy, you know.
Your music when you perform and your videos.
That's a funny thing. When I'm in front of the cameras, I don't see anyone. Like the first time I did my first music video in Africa, they thought I was gonna be this amateur, like had to be directed, but they didn't have to do anything. They just had to place the camera in front of me. I just did the work, and my directors would literally testify to that. They would testify to that. They're like, "What?" They're like, because they told me at the end, like, "We didn't think you could do this."
Yeah.
But it's just that. But when it comes to when it comes to social gatherings, I may appear very outgoing, but actually, in actual reality, I'm actually a very shy person. I swear. You might be hard, I know, but I'm a very shy person.
Well, I did see that. I was following you very closely on social media, Facebook specifically. When you were in Africa, you did filmed a lot of videos. Like I was like blown by how much work you have done in a short period of time. You said you were there for 7 months. Let's talk about your Africa media tour.
Yeah.
That's what you call it, right?
Yeah,
so
media tour.
How did that end up being, and what was that like?
So the media tour, like I didn't, to be honest, I only went there to just shoot videos, just for the work. I didn't think that the media tour would be involved, because I had no idea about it until I went there. Because I already, like, prior to me going there, I had already a team that was going to work with me. And then after that, I had my first ever video that I shot there, like there was radios, there was magazine, there was newspaper, there was TV presenters on the set, and nobody told me about it. I'm like, what are they? Because I'm getting my makeup done, and somebody's fixing my shoes. And then I have somebody asked me a question. I'm like, who is this person? Why are you in my face? And that was
your first time.
I was not even told about. Nobody warned me that this is what happens in music set. Nobody told me this is what happens in set.
So you were overwhelmed.
I was literally overwhelmed. I had to literally, because somebody was like, how did you get, like, it was, the first video was with Andre and Navio. Anybody that knows hip hop, you will know Navio. He's very well known in Africa, diverse. And then Extra. And then Andre is actually one of the best producers in Africa as a whole. So I had somebody coming to me, and I was doing my makeup, and I'm like, who are you? Why are you here? It's like, how did you get? I'm like, I thought it was a random person. And somebody's like, no, this is a TV person. I'm like, why are they here? So I literally had to stop everyone. I said, give me a break. I went into the bathroom and, recollected myself, and I called my sisters, because I've never done anything about my sisters. I'm like, guys, I'm overwhelmed. Calm down. I'm like, no, it's not that. It's not even about that. I knew I was going to come to the set, directors, and I know dancers and everything else, and everybody. There was over 50 people on the set. And I'm like, what is going on? So, I didn't anticipate that. There was so much. And another thing, because my first video when I did Here Hold You, it was only 5 hours. I was on the set for 16 hours.
Wow.
16 hours on the set.
That's passion.
I'm like, no, but then I'm like, I love this, I love it. It's like so much work behind it for a 3 minutes video.
Yeah.
So it was a lot, and I'm like, but I love it because I enjoy it. You know, it was so good. Like I love it.
Overall, the journey was positive.
It was so positive because I didn't even look at it as a work. Even like I had my aunties and my cousins worrying about my health. They're like, you spend so much time working all the time. I'm like, I'm not working. Was involved in it. I just thought I was doing what I love the most. Yeah. So like overall.
So who did you collaborate with?
Collaboration right now that are not out or before. So I have Navio, Daddy Andre. I have one that's coming up soon with Fikfameka. He's the East African Ugandan artist. And then from South Sudan, I have Hard Life Avenue, the 3 boys band. And then I have Honey Breva, she's a South Sudanese artist. And then I have Ice Ink, he's a South Sudanese rapper. So hip hop artists. So those are the old projects, but from Fikfameka, those are my old projects. And then I have 2 Kenyan boys on my song.
What was your defining moment? I'm not sure whether it was when you were making that song with Sunny Man, you mentioned before.
Yeah.
But what was the defining moment that made you realize that, oh my God, this is it for me, and you went off after that?
When I did my first ever video. Sunny Man song, the one that I do, Sunny Man Hallelujah, may have seemed like it was my defining moment, but I didn't take it serious. I was just going to a studio to just listen to a track, and then I jumped on the track, and it was like, it came out to be a great song.
Yeah.
But when I actually put out my first ever solo project, that's when I was like, okay, I might be good at doing this. Because the things that I was doing in camera, I didn't think I would ever do. Because I'm actually, like I said before, I'm actually a very shy person. But when it came to camera, I'm like, what's up? What's good? Let's do this. So, yeah.
Okay. What advice do you have for South Sudanese musicians?
Female or any?
Whatever you choose.
Actually would want to advise female artists, South Sudanese artists. There's so many of us that are talented, and I didn't realize this, and I didn't, because, there's so many disgraceful South Sudanese female artists that are really embarrassing us out there, that makes you think there's none that's talented. Then I went to a studio in Juba. Oh my God, because I was invited for like a song that they were doing, all South Sudanese Junubin were doing, and they invited me to come. So I went there, and oh my God, the studio was filled with most female. And the talent that was in there was overwhelming.
Wow.
So I was like, what? Why didn't anybody tell me about Honey River? Why didn't anybody tell me about this Shani? Why didn't anybody tell me about this person? Why? Because
they just haven't got the chance yet to be exposed.
No, but they're good there. They perform there, but they're not exposed to the outside world.
Yeah.
All they know is Juba.
Yeah.
And they think they know in Kenya, and they think they know, because some of them were offended that I didn't know them because I had no idea about who they are. So to answer your question, I would really, as a South Sudanese female, growing up as a South Sudanese culture, like my mom, how she raised me. Like it wasn't about me going on camera and having to act and do all that. No, that's not it. But I feel like if you really truly believe in yourself, and that comes with growth, because I have not always been the one to believe in myself. I've always really had like low self-esteem. I didn't believe in my voice. I didn't think it was good enough. But if you believe in yourself and you know what you want, everything else, and most importantly, just silence the voices that are going to. There's always going to be someone that tells you. Even me as Beckie Johnz right now, I'm not that big, but where I'm sitting at the moment, there is still voices that are still trying to get them ways like, oh, you think you're better than, oh, stop it. No, I have insecurities, and it's not about me. It's their own projection of who they are. It's not about me.
Yeah.
So I have to literally sit down and like, oh, this message, it could be a length message talking about what they hate about me. I'm like,
really?
I'm not even joking. If you see my inbox, you say, Beckie, how are you normal? I have literally bad messages from girls, from boys mainly, not even girls.
So how do you deal with that?
I don't.
Like the negativity, even though you're trying to do something positive for yourself and the community.
I'm not, as a human being, I'm not going to say like I don't really feel a certain way. At that moment when I'm reading, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe you're actually saying this about me. You don't even know me. And then I catch myself saying, no, this is not your projection.
Yeah.
This is their own projection of themselves.
Yeah.
So as long as you can silence out the voices and focus on the goal and what you want to achieve, you can do anything.
Yeah.
That's just how I see it.
Amazing.
That's a message South Sudanese female artists specifically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for that, because we
Yeah.
do need to hear that from ourselves.
Yeah.
To support each other, empower each other as females, especially Black women.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Where can people listen to your music?
My music is on all music platforms, even America, whatever music platform you listen to in America, you find it. Canada, you find it. I'm talking about the West. iTunes, you can find it on TikTok, you can find it every single music platform. YouTube specifically, everywhere. All my music everywhere. It's all accessible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Any last words?
Be yourself, because that's the best thing you can do for yourself. You cannot do anything better than be yourself. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just being myself. And if you judge me, that's your own problem. If you don't, thank you so much. Welcome to my table. Let's sit, let's talk. Let's have a chat. Let's love each other.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. That's amazing. You're amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. This concludes our interview for today. I'm grateful for the amazing Beckie Johnz. I hope we'll hear more from her and how, her music and how talented she is, and she'll continue to inspire South Sudanese, especially female South Sudanese musicians or artists. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes. Peace out. Save me, Beckie Johnz. What do you want to say? Welcome to my session. This is my studio, as you know it. Beckie Johnz.